feel like maybe I should charge my phone because I'm gonna be going later. But hello, everybody. We are gonna get started here. I don't know where my charger is. You know what? Be right back. Let me charge. Yeah, let me find my charger. Hold on, wait, give me a second. Okay, we're good. All right. We're gonna start in a little bit. Today we are working on finishing the overlay. I had a genius idea just before I started streaming, because essentially there are things in the overlay menu that aren't ready, such as the experience point system that we want to promote. And so we are going to have we're going to have a feature folder, or just like features in general. So where could we put, so we're gonna have feature flags, which is super exciting. I always like having feature flags because it kind of feels like you have an actual product. So I think it'll probably just go in this main file here. I think it really doesn't matter too much. Yeah, okay. So we'll do this. And I also want to see what an example looks like, to see if there's any framework or any plugins that can help. But yeah, sorry, I kind of just dove into it, but I hope that you guys are having a good day. I hope that it's going well. We're going to be going for as long as I can, maybe a few hours, maybe 4, if I can. And hopefully it'll go well. Okay, these are flags. Like these are database flags to actually enable them. Yeah, this is for A/B testing. Let me do implement a local feature flag. No need for A/B testing. We're thinking about production. I'm pretty sure it's just a Boolean file, but okay, yeah, you can just do a cool. So the first thing here is we want to export the feature file with every time that we, well, what's wrong with this? Expect it to find. What's wrong with you? Hello? Is it because there's nothing in it? Okay, yeah, it's because there's nothing in the file, so there's nothing to export. Okay, cool. So we'll have a something simple here. What is this? wonder what this keyword does. I don't know. I'm gonna write this as well. Oh, whoops, wrong command. I'm gonna write that it enables an experience message in the overlay, because even though we know what it is now, chances are that I'm going to forget later on. Something like this. It's a constant. What is proper? Okay, cool. And then here we're going to have it. So here, I would say extract widget. And we can do experience message. Experience text. Text seems fine. So we can do that. And we can say, if it is enabled, we do that. If not, just a sized box. And something like that. Let's just run this to see if it works. And if this is all true, this should just not have anything there. Hopefully. While that's working, is there anything else that we need to do? We can start thinking about passing the other pieces of data. So in a profile app, we have daily usage time. So we actually need to pass one more thing. We have to pass the time difference between the main profile let's see here. Oh, cool. All right. Nice. So it looks a lot simpler. It looks better. We need... Okay, what is the best way to transfer this data over? The best way would be to pass it. So for example, we have test app. We should really have this be something like app. And in here, this will grab the app. And we should also what is the best way to do this? Would it be schedule? No, it would be okay, if this fires, what we wanted to show is the difference between the usage time. So this will just be time left or something. Yeah, time left is fine. And just to test this, we can just do like a bunch of numbers, right? Like 129 on 1,231 minutes. And we can do like a int time left is equal to overlay data time left worst this is at 0 or not 0, and we just pass this to the overlay. So time left equals time left. And then we need to include this here. So, and this is going to replace this key right here. And time. Okay, this. What's wrong with this? Did I do something wrong? I guess it needs to be a string. Argument of a oh, silly. Okay. Is that good? What else is broken? Right. I forget that this is all. This is like passing within passing. We should really rename this. Overlay content, overlay app. This is just gonna crash in the beginning. Okay, so this does fail if there's no time left. So we should actually do something where Um, yeah, okay, cool. So that passes properly. And then in the example of, let's say there is no time, like this, we open it. Oh, uh, okay, because this checks for nullability. So, I mean, I guess this is fine. Okay, and then what we want to do here, we want to say main model dot user profile dot get selected schedule. And this is a what? A schedule item. What is wrong with this thing? Why is it not? Schedule. Alright, did that import properly? I think so. So schedule item. And then we can do we should really only fire this if there is a schedule for now. So if selected schedule is not equal to null, I have to look at the scheduling stuff again because I forgot how I built all of this. Schedule. This one? Where did I put schedule items? Schedule items. Did I put it in reusable? I did not. Oh, it's in personal profile. This should probably be moved somewhere else. I probably didn't move it. Yeah, I think I didn't move it because the size of the file itself actually isn't really that big. Well, all right, I'm just trying to think about how I can how I can go about this. So personal day schedule. I feel like personal day schedule is a very bad name. Let's rename this to something better because there's like double schedules. We should have it be and then what even is personal day schedule? Where is this? I guess this is okay. I guess the only reason why personal is in there is because it's a part of the personal profile folder. I guess. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand how this works. Personal day schedule. We want to reach into a specific day, right? So we're going to reach into this week schedule. Okay. And schedule item itself. Okay, cool. So let's do, if the selected schedule is not equal to null, we want to do all of this, and we have to search up all right. Date time day is equal to time dot now. Wait, what is it? Date time dot now dot day. And then you have to cast this into, man, this is so lame. I mean, sure. Can you I'm not typing this out. What? That's what ChatGPT and Gemini is for. Nice. All right, and we'll put this in a utility function somewhere. Let's see. All right, and now we need selected schedule. We need to get, hold on. Personal day. Okay, so we need to reach into the specific day in the week. We have to get the personal schedule, and then we have to, okay, and then we have to calculate the time within this. So we should really have this be some type of helper method, right? Like it should be calculate time, calculate something. What's up, Kelvin? You haven't tuned in a couple weeks. What's the update on your progress so far? We were stuck for a week or two. I think we were stuck for 2 weeks trying to figure out like how to calculate usage time when the app is backgrounded, but we figured it out. And so now we're working on the overlay that shows up when the app is supposed to be blocked. And we're currently working on like the time that should be showing right here, which will tell people like how long they have until the app is unblocked. Yesterday we worked on the images, so we got our logo here, and this icon here is the app that's being blocked. And right now it only shows a like magenta circle because the apps that are blocked right now are fake apps over here. But overall, it just looks it looks clean. I'm pretty happy with it so far. There's so much work that has to be done, but we're getting there, you know. We're very slowly getting there, and so I'm I feel like we're close to finishing like the normal functionality for this. We have to like fill in some colors here a little bit more. Um, there's still some other areas to fill out, but yeah, everything's going pretty well. And I'm feeling pretty hopeful about a lot of things. So yeah. Um, okay. We have to do string calculate 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 time left, I guess. We actually don't need the app at all, huh? This is like completely unrelated, but we can do a return statement. Oh wait, no, we take a string day and we return what does this return? A day schedule? Personal day schedule. Personal day schedule is equal to week schedule, right? Yeah, week schedule. You look for the day. There should always be a personal day schedule because of how it's created. So this should always be permanent. Like there should always be something here. And we would do we would need the time, right? We would need the time. All right, time to go to Gemini again. What do you think of Gemini versus ChatGPT for coding? I saw you using Gemini. I think that both of them are the same, or, well, there's obviously nuances, but Chat AI in general is at a place where it helps people with very general questions, but it doesn't help people when things are more specific. So when you get to complicated problems, the Chat AI doesn't really help. And both of them help when you're trying to just figure things out in the beginning. So I don't think there's much of a preference, at least for me. All right, let's see here. This gets the hour, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, and then it combines them all together. Okay, cool. Um, for the time block, I think it was in our schedule page. That's where we have the clock and everything. This isn't the day schedule, right? No, this needs to be a modal sheet. Time expansion tile. The time expansion tile doesn't have anything, right? Date format. See, like here, I feel like this. This is for a date time. Parse day schedule string. Do I always code with my mouth open? You're in the Discord. You can just ask. You can literally just unmute yourself. But yeah, I think I do because I'm just genuinely dumbfounded by all of the code that I write. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm an open mouther. It helps me retain my breathing pattern so that I can live to code another day. Okay, I don't think that we have any logic written here to calculate time, which means that we have to calculate time ourselves. Now the question becomes, do we want to how do we calculate time? We calculate time by doing end time from day schedule minus current time. And end time looks like this, I think. Do we add PM? We do. So we take into account okay. We may need to convert things into date time format, which is fine because even current time uses date time, right? Yeah, okay. So step number 1 is, what is all of this? Has valid time range. Okay, this in particular needs to be moved out of personal day schedule, right? Parse day schedule. No. This doesn't move out because this has to do with the day schedule. So, parse day schedule. And then we have a day schedule time. Oh, okay. Day schedule dot end time. And this will be, I don't know. We'll just give it some arbitrary name for now. This is end time. And then we'll have some current time that's just equal to this. But I feel like this is wrong because this gives like different values. Like if I print this out, this is going to look different from here. I don't know. We can just return some random thing. It doesn't matter. And we can just try this out. Wait, where is this located? Oh. Sure. Okay, cool. Okay. What the heck is that? Okay, the first one is our end time. So it's completely screwed up. That is great. And then the second one is now, which is proper. This isn't properly parsing. Parse data schedule time. And usually this is equal to start time, which is just going to be a date format parse. We're going to have to do one of these at a breakpoint. See what they look like. Hey, what's up, Euron? How you doing? Good to see you again. Code breathing fort style debugging technique delete test case. What the fuck? Why doesn't this work? Day schedule time. This should work. Like, I don't really. It's 5 p.m. It should parse it. But it ends up being hour 50. Oh, okay. So it has the time properly. It's just that, okay, I'm dumb. We didn't set a date or a year, so that's why it's 1970, but this stuff doesn't matter. We just care about the time, which is exactly at 1700, which is 5 p.m. What are my thoughts on Devin? Is Devin, it's that AI that was like the first software engineering AI or something like that, and everyone was like, I hate you, Devin. Is that it? And what's up, Julian? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is working as intended, and all we need to do now is we have to figure out how to find the difference between the two. I feel like because I didn't work on this, I feel like, okay, has a valid time range, is before. Okay, so, um, let's see if there's something for figuring out subtract maybe. I think we just want to know if I think subtract is fine. Current time. Is that correct? Subtract can't be a type string. I did not think that would be a problem. Return the duration with the difference. Difference in days. Difference. Okay, subtracting is actually like subtracting time from it. So I think what we need to do here is we need to have our own logic, because essentially we're converting this into hours and minutes, and we can't subtract hours and minutes because hold on. We can't subtract hours and minutes because we can't subtract the date times in total because the year, we don't set the year, we only set the time. And so if we subtracted the whole date together, we'll just get some huge number because we're comparing 1970 to 2024. So instead, we just need to look at the time. And in order to look at the time, you would grab the specific time components and calculate them. I feel like this is where ChatGPT comes in. I was learning full stack web dev when it launched, and now I don't have any motivation to do so. Nah, it's so far away. Just keep working on web dev. I mean, AI isn't gonna take over. You're fine. Set the time component to midnight. This doesn't make any sense.
It's actually similar to one of my questions that I'm studying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about like we were talking about clocks and I'm like, yeah, I feel like this is something that everyone just gets haunted by. But apparently like you know how like you look at legal questions, you're like, you'll never have to deal with this. It's like I'm
Yeah.
like fuck.
No, it's really confusing.
Yeah, because it's like
Because
the whole hours into minutes and
yeah.
I know it's modulo, but then it's like it carries over, you know? And then this particular code doesn't make any sense because it's like this is why I hate sometimes asking like chat things because it's like it sets the components to midnight, so I get what they're trying to do. You like reset the year, month, and day, but the actual code doesn't do that. Like it just sets the year, month, and day to be the same. Like it doesn't set it to midnight. I think. Oh wait, what the fuck? Oh wait, I think it understood my question wrong. I think it's taking only into account year, month, and day because it's resetting the time.
Yeah, without considering your month and
Motherfucker! What
day.
the? Oh, fucking bitch. Okay, where's the edit button? Um, I wrote it the right way. Whatever. It's probably getting confused on this. So I'll just. What are you working on? More leak code?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just watching some stuff. I have a mock in 2 hours. So I'm just warming up.
On prem?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Hopefully
Sometimes
I get matched this time.
yeah, sometimes it's a bus, but when it's not a bus, it's mid, but at least you still get the anxiety from like having an interviewer, you know what I mean?
I guess, but it's like peers, so I don't even really
Think of it.
feel
No,
that
just
intimidated.
yeah. I add the pressure. I like psych myself and like imagine this is a meta reviewer or whatever.
Uh-huh. No, I think that's why I'm able to communicate well in those instances because it's like I don't think too much about their own standing. It's just like, oh, it's just another person, and I think that's something that just comes with practice anyway. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I feel like the moment I sit down and it's like this 40-year-old white guy that's been working at this company for like 12 years, and I'm gonna start freaking out. But if it's someone my age, I don't care.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just set your age range to be only 50 and above
Yeah,
to get the true experience.
I wish.
Okay, I think this is similar to what I had before, but all I need to do is temporarily reset the dates to be like the month, year, and day to be the same. And then that way the difference between the times will be okay. That makes sense. Uh, what do you even call the year, month, and day without the time? Reset date? Is that just the date? Yeah, it's the date.
Yes, yeah, that would be the date and time.
Okay, so I create a new date time construct and then it'll ask me for a bunch of shit. And I'll just make it the same as I'll just make it the same as this year. Current time dot. Oh my god, this is so I don't know what the format is like. Year. Does bruh. Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Are you watching it?
Yeah.
It doesn't it's not a parameter, so you have to fucking put it by the specific array sequence.
Yeah.
Bruh, what the
I feel so the thing that I was studying is that
Day, hour, minutes.
in computer clocks, the the date and time is stored in 32-bit integer, and it's just continuously counting up, and that's just my seconds that it's counting.
Yeah.
So then you
Yeah.
would just do math operators to get the time, the date, the time, whatever. But I
Uh-huh.
feel like this is trying to simplify it by splitting it out into different counts, and it's just even more confusing.
Yeah. I wish I could show you the well, I mean I can show you, but hopefully this doesn't break my shit. But that's how I do it. I use the system clock when like finding the so pretty much like half of these operations don't work when you like background an app.
Hmm.
So when you do it, like you have to rely on the system clock because you're not like within your app to be able to use like
Yeah,
yeah.
the
So
Flutter stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
so if I like scroll down here and eventually it'll like like not break on me. It might also trigger some things, but I don't know. We'll see. Or it'll do nothing. Hello. All right. That okay. There you go. Yeah. So I just use like system clocks here, and you could like
gotcha.
okay.
I see. Yeah,
It's obviously exploding because I obviously broke it. Like one of the one of the background tabs just fucking literally went on fire. But yeah, yeah, this is the nicer way of dealing with it, obviously, because like you just have something in milliseconds and you can convert it and everything's nice or
yeah.
whatever.
It's less readable,
Yeah,
but it's easier to work with than whatever kind
yeah,
of data structure this is trying to implement here.
yeah, 100%. And like now here I am just hovering back to figure out what the hell. Hour, minute, second. I don't think I need anything else. So, in time, hour, minute. This is so painful.
There's that you can't parse for just the time
I don't think
instead of resetting everything.
I'm pretty sure it comes in components. Let me see. Maybe there's like something like only time, you know? No, there's not. Yeah, they're all in components. Either you take the whole date time or you only take the one like the one property.
That's gross.
I mean, that's why I started a date util file. Like in the future, like I mean even with this, I should honestly just make this its own like thingy. This shouldn't I should never have to do this ever again. Uh so what am I making a date time? Uh, uh
Alright, I'm going back to my video. Bye.
okay. And then we'll print these all out to make sure that... What's wrong with you? Oh. We'll print these out to make sure that the reset dates are like the date is reset and that objects are being passed in and not changing the referenced object. All right, let's try this out. All right, works like a charm. And then we can print, I don't know. It should usually be that the end time is different from current time. What does this end up making? I mean, we're about to find out anyway, so. Why isn't my breakpoint being hit anymore? Okay, it's because I added a new line. Let's see here. Minus. Let's see why it's a minus. It's because it should be current time, end time. But it's glad to know that it can be negative. And wonder why it's so... I mean, we'll see. Oh. 475315 1453. Why is it doing that? Oh. It's because I chose the wrong variable. Silly me. Tricks are for kids. Alright, so current time. Alright, and I did have it right. It should be the difference between end, because it's like you're taking the difference, so it's minus. And yeah, so now we have 3 hours, 44 minutes, 20 seconds. And if we, for example, if we do get a negative, what does this end up being? All right, first we can just see what difference is. Difference is duration. What is duration? Duration. Duration's not necessarily an integer. Context independent. Let's see what constants they have. All right, duration in hours, microseconds, milliseconds, minutes, seconds is negative. Okay, cool. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, well, the only thing we have to do actually is we should actually pass back a duration. And we should pass back this. Sorry, this. And when we pass this back, this is going to go into back into here, and we want to say that this is time left, and then we want to say that if time left is negative, we want to return, and if it's not negative, then we want to say string left as string is equal to time left dot. Alright, so toString returns hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. We don't really want that. So I think we want another string convert duration into h in a minute. H minutes, minutes, seconds. We'll just say convert duration into wall clock format, and let me say time. Okay, and oh, I just realized that duration doesn't, there's no way to pull. How do you pull the components of a duration? I think we just do I don't really like this whole modulo 60. Like, this is just a general way of converting hours, minutes, and strings. Um, I'm down to I feel like all of this can go in in calculate time left, right? Like calculate time left, return a string. The question is schedule item. Yeah, so calculate time left is here. Yeah, we should just do this. Okay, cool. This should all work now. This looks about right. And it looks pretty clean as well. This looks pretty good. Duration, return. Alright, let's give this a go. If everything works well, then the time that should show should be I feel like the logic isn't really correct though, because it calculates a positive value and the overlay is going to say something like your app is blocked until. So yeah, it'll say 3:30:42. I feel like we have to convert. Okay, so this is our wall clock. See, the thing is that at this point we have I'm wondering if it's ever necessary if we need this. I don't think we do. So we should really just convert this off the bat to be the time that we need. So this should just be time without milliseconds. We can do something like this, and we can do Okay, okay, that's a lot better. Um, we can't even do a for loop because they're different components. It should just be we should actually I feel like this looks so ghetto. What the? All right, there you go. 3 hours, 23 minutes, 13 seconds, and that looks good, but the problem is that that's not correct because this calculates how many hours are left. Oh no, this is correct because the app will be unblocked in 3 hours, and that's at 5 o'clock. Okay, cool. Um, okay, that makes sense, right? What else do we have to do? This seems good enough. And it's fine that this clock doesn't change. We don't really want to do that. That might be a little too complicated to have a real-time wall clock in this blocking screen. Um, so that's good enough. Just to test this out really quick, if I change this to true, will this properly... Yeah, okay, so it does enable it. So nice. We have something for experience. Okay, cool. So in terms of the logic that we had, um, okay, so this is complete. Logic for accounting. We didn't do that yet. We didn't do this. there's one more thing. Yeah, right now, the way this app works, it blocks it from a certain time range. Yeah, I didn't think this design through because this actually doesn't make much sense right now, but that's okay. It's okay if it doesn't make much sense. Just try to work on things in increments. Well, so we don't really care. We don't really care how an app is individually being clocked right now, right? Okay. Um, in order to in order to trigger logic for the overlay, we need to see if it's active, and we also need to account for the schedule. And all right, so if the overlay is not active, we go into here, and then maybe trigger here. Okay, and maybe trigger, we actually don't have anything, and we need to transfer over some of this logic. Mainly just this, right? Just making sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay, so if the overlay isn't active, we go into here, which is maybe trigger overlay, and in here we should check we should check if time left is not empty. And then this entire thing, This entire thing is actually, this is all, this is all logic that's and we want to say this is going to be another feature that we have, and this is going to be const k enable custom pretty much there's no point in saying that these are two these two statements are wrong, because it says you've used up all your time, but if we go by a schedule, then they haven't used up all their time. It would still be that they're blocked. So it should say All right, that looks good. And then eventually, um, when we enable this app time restriction feature, this should change to be a little better. And also here. This should also be Oh, what's up, Will? How are you doing? I can't figure out what I want the strings to say, but I think this is good enough. And I feel like this logic is also good. I feel like the only thing that needs to happen now is we need to say we need to have this logic elsewhere. Oh, actually, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So pretty much this should work now, right? So for example, oh wait, we have to stop this. All right, let's try running this. What should happen is it should constantly be blocking. It should constantly be blocking apps it should block all apps, not even considering apps that are blocked. Obviously this needs to change to include if an app is in the app block list. All right, so let's try that out. All good. Just been doing some studying. How are you doing? I'm doing good. We've been making a lot of progress on the app, so it's always a good day when there's progress. Okay, so let's see here. If we do this, right now, as is, it should trigger all of this logic, and it should show the overlay regardless of anything. So let's see if this works. And there you go. So it shows that it's blocking Google, and Google is going to be unblocked. And if we try to close this, it doesn't do anything, but in about 5 seconds, it'll block it again. So it feels very peaceful. And you know, obviously it might be a little bit longer, but the whole point is we'll eventually kick people out. And now all we need to do is to make this work is we this is in blocked app, so we say if okay, we need to see if an app is in blocked app list. So we say we have to look at personal profile, and we need to see if there's any logic for block app list here. There's not. Let's put it here. All right, so we do have to restart this. And then we have to add an app that we want blocked. And then we'll see if it works. All right, it'll probably be an undefined. Yeah. Let's block Google. All right. And if we go to Google, what should happen now is maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work, but we'll see. All right, I think this is triggering over and over again. Let's go over here. Let's look at this. All right, let's see. Hash code. The hash codes are different. Okay. So we'll say all right. Let's try that. Oh. All right, let's add Google back. And now if we go back to Google, this will all reset and it'll block itself. Ideally, it won't automatically just block things, or constantly block things, I should say. And it'll block it like this. And now if we go to camera, for example, camera will go here and camera will never be blocked. Yep, and there you go. We have blocking figured out for the most part. So I'm happy that we got this logic done as well. So this lives in here. We can probably make this into one statement, but it'll be kind of long. It's okay. All right, cool. I think that pretty much solves this because, for example, if we go like we're just like la la la, we come back, it'll block it. It'll block Google after scrolling for a little bit. We'll just be scrolling like this, and boom, it's blocked. Nice. The only thing left is to remove the button. I don't really want to remove it yet because it is a good debug feature, so what am I thinking? I literally just brain farted. Oh, let's do this, and we can say that if this is true, then we show the button. If not, we show a size box. And I guess this is a constant. Next we have to add logic to exit current foreground app and go back to and foreground focus up so that app doesn't constantly get constantly trigger overlay. Also, when foregrounding, terminate isolates / background tasks so that wall clocks aren't being called when focus up is active. Alright, cool. And yeah, there you go. The button is gone. We did all of our tasks. Okay, cool. We did all of our work. Very happy with that. Let's save all of this. Just so that we have, we did add some files, so I think this is how you do it. Okay. All right, cool. We pushed everything. Everything's good. We'll put demo back on for the next time that we work on stuff. Um, cool. All right, I think I'm good for now. I was gonna work a little bit longer, but honestly, like I got everything that I wanted done, a lot quicker. So I'm gonna relax for a little bit. Hopefully, you guys were productive as well for the 2 hours or so. Um, just to recap, we worked on overlay logic and UI so that an overlay is properly triggered when an app is blocked. We have it based off of a schedule right now, so it doesn't work for specific apps, but we built the logic in order to support that in the future. So it'll go as a feature for now that'll go in a future update to make the app even better. So hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys like the stream. I hope that you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, then subscribe so that you guys can check out the stream when it goes up again. And other than that, hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully you guys can continue being productive, and I'll see you